neighbor Joe. Oh, morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. You can keep your conniving morning. When you been a corrupong, you not been tell me morning. No, because your money done, you come with conniving morning. When you had your pocket full, you not been tell me morning. No, because your money done, you hustle for tell me morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning. Neighbor, neighbor, Joe come. Neighbor, neighbor, Joe come. Neighbor, neighbor, Joe come. This is all the money that me work for. A 2 pound a note and a guilar piece. A 2 pound a note and a guilar piece. A 2 pound a note and a guilar piece. This is all the money that me work for. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning. Oh, Joseph, pour me. Oh, Joseph, pour me. Oh, Joseph, pour me. What we could do with a guilar piece? 1 bunch green plantain, 1 string quacquari, 1 Jill black pepper. All you could do with a guilar piece. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning. When you been a corrupong, you not been tell me morning. Now because your money done, you come with conniving morning. When you had your pocket full, you not been tell me morning. Now because your money done, you hustle for tell me morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. Morning, neighbor, morning. You can keep your conniving morning.
captain wake. Captain wake, he wake the boatman. The boatman wake, he wake the bowman. The bowman wake with the paddle in the hand. All I want is a long and strong. Long and strong is too much for me. Long and strong is eternity. Captain, put me ashore. I don't want to go anymore. Eternity gone frighten me. Eternity gone drowned me. Eternity gone walk me belly. Eternity gone too much for me. Eternity. And the captain wake, he wake the boatman. The boatman wake, he wake the bowman. The bowman wake with the paddle in the hand. All I want is a long and strong. Long and strong is too much for me. Long and strong is eternity. Captain, put me ashore. I don't want to go anymore. Eternity gone frighten me. Eternity gone drowned me. Eternity gone walk me belly. Eternity gone too much for me. Eternity.
This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I... This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived
daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to everybody. I trust everybody is doing well. Welcome to another episode of Livewire. It is the 13th of June, 2024. But look, somebody said, what Sister Duncan could do for the KFC party, misleading Guyanese people all the time. Y'all are trouble. Y'all are trouble. Well, Gita, we start. Oh gosh, Gita got gold. Anyway, morning to everybody. Welcome down to the program. I trust everybody is having a wonderful morning. Morning to all the persons across the 10 administrative regions. Morning to all the persons in the diaspora. Special good morning to all the persons on the live here. A lot of things for us to discuss. AFC had their nomination yesterday. We'll be looking at that a bit. I saw the PNC, they put out a flyer there with a manzo. Trouble, it just starting, people. And of course, today at 2 p.m., don't forget, we'll be having the press conference of the General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party Civic, Dr. Bart Jagdeo, 2 p.m. today. And we will be streaming that, so you can get that on Livewire TV on Facebook or YouTube, or Livewire News, or you can get it here on my profile if you're looking at it, Cde Courdel Jones, and also I think the municipal's page as well. You should be able to see the live, and also the Vice President's page on Facebook. So make sure you guys check it out. Right? So before we jump into it, all the people in the comment section, morning to you. Ram Narayan Singh joining us from NYC, Rahim Amarani, Ganesh Barak, Sunil Raghubir, morning to you. Chakur Brijlal, morning to you. Jonah B. John joining us from Canada. Eddie Ramnot, locked in from Paramaribo, Suriname. Alan Khan, morning to you. Alan say the Russians took Ramjatan. Somebody take Ramjatan because he not he in the leadership no more. Ramjatan said he getting old and senile, so he's not gonna go for the leadership anymore. He's taking a step back. Right? J Queen, morning to you. Veena Ramkaran, good morning to you. Derek Drupal, Rajendra Singh, good morning to you. Gopal Kisun Paul, good morning to you. Yumona Prasad, Indepal Narain and Camille Narain joining us from Minnesota. Salomi Suku, big up yourself from Canada. Geeta Prasad, good morning to you. Betty, Tony Abdul, morning to you. Hanuman Prem Kumar, good morning. Gil Ian, Sherwin Siram. Philip Diabru, good morning to you. Sherry Ramdai joining us from France. Umar Sharif joining us from NYC. Philip Diabru. Pushram Kishore. Pam Singh, morning to you and Trevor. Latadai Narain. I think I butchered that. Sorry, bro. Lynette Sarju, morning to you. Joseph Satar, good morning. Violet Prasad. Jasoda Budram, Camila Jayum. Camila Jayum. Camila Jamila Kayoum, morning to you. Mohammed Isaf, Diane, morning to you. Somebody sent me something yesterday about the hospital. Oh, yeah. Let me get that. Where is man? Oh, Lash. I ain't gonna bother with you, Uncle Ronald. Just let me get this video. Somebody sent me a video from a health center. They asked me to highlight this issue here. Where is it? Where is it? Was it WhatsApp or Facebook? WhatsApp or Facebook? It was one out of the two. If the person... All right, so Tulsi Ram, I didn't see David Hines last night. That's the first thing. The person who sent me the video from the health center, could you send it back? I can't remember your name. And I can't seem to find the chat with the video. But send it back to me, and once you send it and we still live, I'll highlight it. I'll highlight it. But there's... Let me take this off the screen. So there's some leaking at one of the health centers, and we'll try to have that addressed. Morning to Miss Bob Edward Budu, Faisal Ghani. Morning to you, Savita Sukraj. Morning to you, Dianan Suku, Malchan Prem Kumar, and Hill. Diona, I'll call you already. Mohammed Isaf, Sophia Khan, Data Nandalal. Jane from St. Martin, special good morning to you. Balwan Danraj, Eunice Raghubir, special good morning to you. From Canada, Eunice, good morning. I was reading your comment. Asif Hamad, morning to you too. Suram Chedi, Mazo Inshan, Leslie Mangal, Krista Kaur Prasad, Rajindra Mahis, Shakila Khan, Leroy Mangal, morning to you. Deshaun Abrams, Michael Danis, Ron Jones, listen, stop your nonsense and give me a chance. Savitri Rose, morning to you. Cecil Ramprasad, Michael Captain, Nirmala Allen joining us from Barbados. Dioraj Knott. Marisha Sami, morning to you. Special good morning to you. Henry Jagdio, Geeta Narain, everybody. Morning, Sarah Mosley, Geeta Prasad. Stephanie Nelson Moore, the Honorable Counselor, morning to you. Keith Adams. Who else we got here? Tara Sobrian, morning to you. Sally Jones, I didn't see you, morning. And of course, if you wake up, Ajay Chatterpal, good to have you back on the program, at least commenting. I haven't seen you comment in a while, but still. Celine Bodram, morning to you. Right, we ready? Let's go. Let's go. What y'all want we deal with first? The AFC or the PNC? Tell me quick in the comments. The first 5 comments, that's where we can go to first. AFC or PNC? Because you know the APN, you ain't a part of that equation anymore. The AFC or the PNC, y'all let me know quick in the comments there. The first 5 comments, so whichever one, that's what we're going to jump off with this morning. I got 1 for AFC, 2 for AFC. I got 1 for PNC, 2 for PNC. All right, AFC got, no, that's 4. 3 PNC. AFC got 4. All right, AFC is it, people. So, bam. Look. All right. So, as some of you may know, Mr. Ramswitan has been sidelined for leadership of the AFC. And because of him being sidelined, to save face, he's perpetuating the rumor out there that he is stepping down because of old age. Folks, don't be fooled. The AFC or the KFC or however you want to call it were utterly embarrassed by his actions during the 2020 election. The membership has decreased to such a low number that AFC does not know its place come the 2025 election. They don't have no projections of the outcome. Right? Y'all remember Kemraj Ramjatan is the one who gave us the famous Russian story. I hope I delete this thing off this computer. Y'all remember the Russian story during the elections when the Russians allegedly came here and manipulate some computer system. Oh God, I got it. Wait. I got it. I can play it for those who ain't know. I can play it for those who ain't know and those who ain't see. And those who ain't hear. Right? But y'all remember that nonsense? Y'all remember this here?
One out of Russia and one out of America with a Russian background that came into this country, and we had to deport them on elections day after our intelligence realized that there was some conspiracy to tap into GCOM computer system. They were immediately deported.
Y'all remember that?
Вы меня рассмешили. Дай вам Бог здоровья, потому что уже конец рабочего дня, так, в принципе, уже спать пора. Поеду домой с хорошим настроением.
And not 33. It must be half the number of elected members plus 1. And if it leads to a fraction, that fraction must be upended towards another whole figure. When we do the calculation of 65, it is 32.5. Plus 1 is 33.5. And then, because of the 0.5, that must go into the next whole number, and it brings it to 34.
Look, wait.
What you gotta do, still employ the people there. You want us to employ your people because you're very strong in the sugar estate areas, and we must pump more. We must pump more. No, we will certainly have to bring it to an end.
That's what got Kemraj Ramjatan. Don't worry with that old age nonsense. Right? Before these Congress are held, these persons go on the ground and talk to the people on the ground. And Kemraj went and asked the people, do y'all want me to pump more? Pump more? People said, no, we don't want you. So now, in PNC fashion, they create a narrative to, dispel how things are actually in the AFC. So he's giving you the reasoning that he is old and, he wants to take a back seat. Now, mind you, I must say that Ramjatan is a significant figure in the AFC. And he would have led the party through several horrible political phases. Right? Now, the decision or the reason that he gave that influenced him stepping down, advancing in age, it doesn't really fly with the ordinary Guyanese. Because if we were to take that into consideration, R.B. Norton should beat out too. Right? R.B. Norton should beat out too. Now, with Ramjatan stepping down, the AFC is in the process of nominating new leaders. Now, you can see with the list here, key figures such as Attorney at Law Nigel Hughes, Sherrod Duncan, the main propagandist of the opposition, and David Pistolero Patterson, the guy with the bangles, the guy with the scales, scandals, bangle scandal, scale scandal, the money from the Harbor Bridge scandal, the bucket trucks from GPL scandal, the pissing on people fence and wrong and strong scandal. That is the kind of person that is vying for leadership of that party right now. Right? Now, Cathy Hughes, wife of Nigel Hughes, she wouldn't be vying for leadership, but she'll be vying for the leadership position. But she was nominated for the general secretary and chairperson of the party. Right? Now, in terms of turnout, it shows that clearly without the PNC or the APNU, the AFC is nothing. It's almost a situation like the the 8, let me see how much persons mentioned here. The group of persons mentioned here seems like they vote for each other. Because AFC ain't got that kind of membership. Right? They don't have that kind of membership. The people walk away from them. Linden don't even want to see them anymore because of all the disappointments, especially with people like Devin Sears. Complete waste in Linden. I'll always reiterate that. Complete waste. So, y'all realize that in this press statement that I'm presenting here to you, most of the names are reoccurring. Right? So it's like about 8 persons that show up to this Congress and vote for these people. Now, based on what we're seeing here, 15 groups nominated Sherrod Duncan. You understand? So there's a high possibility that this gentleman or person, or it's Pride Month, right? But yeah, wherever he identifies as, could be the next leader of the party. And you know how lawless Sherrod Duncan operates. Unhooking the pants and lying down in Parliament. But I just engage in name calling here too. But he's to get to a further extent. But you understand the type of person Sherrod is. The kind of broad and lawless body. He's like, yeah, like how Guyanese is usually term body. And hear me, but I got to say, AFC body about to become their leader. And it's a sad situation. It's a sad situation indeed. Right? Now, like I was saying, the low turnout at the AFC headquarters on nomination day is indicative of the party's current struggles with membership and engagement. And the comments made by Cathy Hughes highlights the challenges the AFC faces compared to larger parties like the PNC. So was the PNC infighting and going on lawless and bullying Amanza and sidelining Rydesdale, they still have a strong support base. So again, I'm wondering, how will the AFC fare? This thing look like it's peaking. How will the AFC fare? How will the AFC fare with without the PNC or the AAPNU to back them up? Right? So this situation reflects broader issues within the party that need addressing to regain the momentum and the support that they need. Now, the AFC has been working to distance itself from its former coalition partner, the APNU-PNC. However, in some cases, they still share several platforms still. You understand? Sherrod broadcast on PNC's page, PNC corrected broadcast on AFC's page. So there's a divorce, but you gotta say, how you call it? The man and the woman broke up, but they're still lashing. That as simple as I could break it down. They break up, but they're still having coitus, right? Now, trouble. Now, the party has faced criticism from the General Secretary Jagdeo, who questions the party's credibility and integrity based on its previous tenure in government. And mind you, a lot of the scandals were on that side. If you remember, like Alice Patterson just now with the several he was involved in. Cathy Hughes was signing checks to her own company. This is facts. If it was not factual, they would have sued me already. I would have been like critic, and I can't say stress now, but critic living the best life. I would have been worried because I would have had lawsuits to answer to. These are factual things. Sherrod Duncan spent up the Chronicle money when he was not supposed to do so. Gita Chandan fire him. Gita fire Sherrod. You understand me? Most of the scandals came from on that side. The allegations of selling the gun licenses by now deposed leader Kemraj Ramjatan. You understand me? AFC people. All AFC people. Raphael Truckman and the oil deal that this government is currently getting cussed about. Like if they went to cabinet, like if they approach cabinet with this, or sorry, they sign this contract with Exxon, right? Geeta Chandan Edmonds, oh my goodness, no, she's PNC, sorry, right? But there you go. There you go. Several MPs on their side involved in all sorts of foolishness. All sorts of foolishness, right? Now, as we continue, and no, that he's PNC too. I got to call Janice with the UG money. Right now, the PNC, as you all know, one of the largest political parties in the country, recently held their nomination, with Aubrey Norton receiving most of the nominations to leadership. Now, despite this, we all know Norton faces internal criticism, reflecting tension in the party. Now, there were nominations for other prominent figures, such as Amantha Walton Desir, who we will come to shortly. And as I showed you guys in the live on the PNC's nomination day, the treatment of Amantha Walton Desir. As I showed y'all yesterday, the treatment of Rosedale Ford. As I showed you on PNC's nomination day, the gentleman who sat at the table. Now, anybody who was looking at the lives that I broadcast, the heavy tongue girl, she was interviewing everybody before they leave the building. Want to handle the delegate list. Interviewing everybody, right? Interviewing everybody. The two men went, one of African descent and one of, you look mixed race, but you look a little Indian-ish. The guy of African descent left because he looked like he get upset. He didn't want to hear no stupidness no more. Got up and left the table. The other guy sat deliberating with the head of the nomination committee, the heavy-set gentleman. Right? Back and forth they're talking. There's no audio. The PNC shut off the audio. Then when the gentleman leaves, all of a sudden, the biggest loser comes to Guyana. We can't find the interviewer. The interviewee walking out the place, no interviewer. Disappear. So it shows you, and based on what Rosedale said on Miss Dr. Linda's program, the rigging already started. The internal rigging has already started. Now, if we reflect, the 2020 elections, we had a similar thing, where persons within that party tried their best to get persons within the elections body, all sorts of people, to subvert the will of the Guyanese people. But thank God, we had capable interlocutors, we had a lot of observers, and they had to stand their ground. Why did Rickford Burke not run down the same story like how he's running down the Mohammeds and May Thomas story? Why he didn't run down the story when the US government, Mike Pompeo, had sanctioned several members of the coalition for trying to thief the election? And Mike Pompeo said in no statement, he didn't write no article, he do it live with his mouth. So the persons who trying to subvert democracy in Guyana, why Rickford Burke can post about that and Melly Mel and all of them? Because I know for sure it was more than 3 people. I know for sure. Right? So we're waiting to see on the 28th, I think, is their final day for their Congress. And we'll try to get accredited. We can try to get accredited to go. We will try to get a credit to go to both PNC and AFC's Congress. And we'll try our best to bring you coverage of that as it unfolds, as we head to the 2025 election to see what's going on. Moving on. Anybody, y'all see this flyer? Aubrey Norton ain't playing. Aubrey Norton is not playing. These people going on lawless. That's all I gotta say. Lawless. Now, whilst this may be true, oh gosh, y'all on the same team. Y'all on the same team. Jeez, this is stuff for me to put out there. What? Why are we gonna do that? Oh my guy. And I again I ask, how do they recover from this? Right? If this is coming out of Team Aubrey, I'm pretty sure Mans would have seen this already. How do they recover from it? Like, how do they continue working together? I guess it's probably me. I tend to carry feelings. People tell me though I carry feelings, but I guess they are at level. You can't read the flyer. Okay, so this flyer here is a court document filed by Amanza's husband because she would have been very abusive to him, so he took legal action against her, right? So this is the actual court document, and the highlighted pieces there are the sections that are speaking to actually what transpired. So for the person who are asking about the flyer, just send the flyer to your WhatsApp. You will read it and see what's going on. But oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Trouble. And also, it shows you the duplicity, I should say the bipolar behavior of these people. Amanza seems so hi, nice, yes, no, Christina, nice, soft talking and singing. Amanza, shadow foreign minister, Amanza. Anybody just meeting Amanza would swear that she's a peach, a tall angel. You understand? But Mr. Desir has a very different point of view, right? He has a very different point of view. Apparently, he had a different outlook on this thing. So what you have here, let me zoom in. So this is a domestic violence in the Georgia Magistrate Court District 4. Yeah. So this is a affidavit in support of application for protection and occupation order. So this was a application for what is called this protection. Oh gosh, this is so common. Why it ain't coming to me? Women just apply for this all the time. Women just apply for this all the time. From the husband's man. Oh gosh. Anyway, somebody can remind me in the comments. So a protection order and occupation order. I guess he wanted to occupy the house or wherever they're living in, right? So the parts highlighted number 17. However, within the last year and a half, the respondent violent attacks, verbal, physical, emotional, and psychological abuse has escalated to a level of gross intolerance. Number 19, that around the end of June 2014, so she wasn't even in government then, and she going on this law. Let's restraining order. Thank you guys. Restraining order. That is what the husband was applying for. A restraining order. That little slimmy, that's not slimmy. Slim thing. But anyway, power there in them hands, right? So number 19. that around the end of June 2014, while I was driving our motor car, the respondent held onto the steering wheel and attempted to crash the motor car into Colbert. Jesus Christ. Lord of mercy. Aubrey, why you do this, man? Why you put this woman business in the streets? Number 23. And this is posted online. Y'all could go and check it out. Right? Number 23. Around 2 a.m. the following day. Around 2 a.m. the following day, I was greeted with a series of punches in my sleep. So you can imagine you sleeping and waking up to licks. You can imagine you sleeping peaceful in your bed, you sleeping and waking up to a barrage of wax, cough slaps or whatever it was. That's a very treacherous house to live in. I don't want to stay in there. I wouldn't want to stay in there. But again, there's some truth to it. You know, I would have blows like clothes. Y'all don't make light of this serious situation. Right? So you could imagine a man to get vexed with one of your MPs, let me say, she actually becomes not an MP. Let me keep it local. Let's say Manzi becomes the leader of the PNC. And one of them gets she vexed in there. Or bring talk up after the fact. Hot slap. I'd pay to see that. You hear me? Right. Uncle Ronald said it could have been worse. It could have been hot oil in his ear. And I could understand. That's how dangerous these situations could be. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad that guy got out of this situation. Right? But you could imagine a man's as leader. A man's going to want to fight people when she ain't getting her way. You could imagine she sit down in the presidential vehicle and she tell the driver slow down and speed up and he didn't do it. Miguel jump from the back seat and grab the wheel and say, you know something, PG, off the road with me and you. That is crazy. That is crazy. We have to remember, people, Guyana is on a certain trajectory, right? And we can't place this country in the hands of certain people, given all the advancements that we would have made. If the PNC has decided that it's time for them to place somebody like a Manzo, who pretends to be silent as a lamb, but is a terrible tiger, you understand me? They have to know what they want to do. If the PNC members and MPs are willing or able with the abuse that may, the physical abuse that may come with the new leadership, they have to know. But Aubrey, you didn't have to hit her so low. You didn't have to hit her so low. There got so many things you could talk about Amanza, that you didn't have to go personal like this. You know Amanza don't know maths. You know Amanza's calculations are very, very wrong. You know Amanza know English. Y'all remember when Turkey had changed his name from Turkey to Turkey, and President Ali went over there and used the correct term. This mook, Amanza and Sherrod don't consider on the show. Turkey! It's Turkey! You put the tar and the key and you cut it off right there. Right there, you cut it off right there. Y'all remember? Look, these people don't care. They do not care how they embarrass themselves. You understand? They don't care. I will always remember, Manzo, the tar and the key. When you get the key, you stop right there. They ain't got no key. They ain't got no key up on the end. Tar key. Babs, the people put out a video. We would like to be known as Turkey. Jeez. They don't care. They don't care. Now, before I come back to the PNC, a lot of persons tend to talk about Guyana, oil-rich country, and what happened in the oil-rich country of Guyana, and we got oil money now, and oil money, and with the oil money there, and oil money, and we got oil money, and the oil contract, and the oil. This is all we hearing. I want to take y'all, and the internet is such a lovely thing because it allows us to go to places without actually going there, and for you to have a clear idea of what's happening on the ground outside of your country, so you can have an appreciation for what's happening in your country. And for some of those unrealistic people, you understand, you could have a reality check. Miss Noon's morning to you, right? You can have a reality check. So let's go over to Trinidad. Now, Trinidad has been dealing with oil and gas for decades, right? Decades. Guyana, oil industry, still in its fledgling stages. Now, the petals now opening up and the flower now flourishing, now starting up, right? Let me show you Trinidad. We complain about stuff here. They pumping oil for decades. So everything's supposed to be perfect because given the space of time Guyana and the oil stuff going on, everything's supposed to be well for us. Watch at infrastructure in Trinidad.
Part of Trinidad is this. Let me show you, right? Help me, please. I need someone tell me the name of this street. That is Sumerpool Street. I don't know. Oh, Lord. I know that is Arangues, but the location.
Imagine them Spanish complaining about infrastructure in Trinidad. You understand? The Spanish complaining about infrastructure in Trinidad. They pumping oil long before we. Venezuela pumping oil long before both of we. You understand me? So when they're talking about oil money and oil this and oil that, we're doing better than a lot of other places. We mightn't be where we want to be, but we're heading there. And for those who know, like Faiz, call his name. I can call his name. But for the people who living in All Boys Town, y'all very well and know y'all had streets like these. All Boys Town, right? Y'all had streets like these. And I'm flipping through the video because I want y'all see. Me already want to get the Spanish man too much promotion, right? Y'all had streets like these in All Boys Town. You understand? And y'all know what you have now. Y'all know what you have now. Sophia, y'all had streets like these. Y'all had streets like these. All through the period of the party that loves Afro-Guyanese, that love Sophians and All Boys Townians and Lindenors and New Amsterdamians and Bartitians and wherever the black people there in numbers, high numbers. Right? So these are the kind of things I like to show people. Right? These are the kind of things I like to show people. So when you're talking about, oh, we're the oil-rich country, Trinidad doing this decades before us, and they still got bad streets. They still got bad streets there. They still got bad streets there. So you give the government a blasted chance and let them do their work. Let them do their work. Because these things here, especially in the capital city, are a thing of the past. And I dare say, if persons would use these newly built roads better, they will frigging last longer. So you can't go and bring or driving through your big 18-ton sand truck on the concrete road like you're heading good because you want to make 1 trip a sand and you want to pay for a smaller truck to make 2 trips. You understand me? And it's a lot of times in these very communities. Take, for instance, Independence Boulevard. Oh, God. If y'all pass there, if y'all see what some of them people do with the chairs, the sitting thing, that they broke off the tabletop, they're pulling out the plants. It's like we're our own worst enemy as Guyanese. And we need to really refocus. Right? So as the government fix, you got somebody broken up or thieving it out or some stupidness. It's like, wait, what are you doing? You're in a perpetual circle all the time. The government fix, the people broke up. The government fix, the people broke up. One of the things that jump out at me, and I'm going off topic here slightly, I saw Lennox Gaspar do a live, and I would have highlighted this point before on this very program. It's not about salary increases, you know. It is about us as Guyanese looking out for us as Guyanese. You can't, as the taxi man, ain't driving no extra distance. You ain't getting them to work faster. You're doing nothing. The government subsidizing the fuel cost, the taxation on fuel. So fuel ain't gone up. But you licking down the people with 100 and 200% increase in the fare. So it's Guyanese, putting Guyanese under the pressure. Same thing in the market. Same thing at the Vreeden Hoop, Stabrook Market, ferry cross, not ferry, boat crossing there on a Sunday and on a holiday. Right? Same thing that is happening there. We don't care for each other. And a sad part about it, a lot of business people, I shouldn't say business people, a lot of these taxi drivers, these boat operators, these bus drivers, the bus people for the number 32 bus route, y'all are, I got to say dogs, but I hold it back. The bus operators on the number 32 bus route, y'all are terrible people. Terrible people. Now, could you imagine those bus operators charging persons the price to go to Perico for a short drop? So let me say you take a bus on the park, and these are complaints people just bring to me all the time. You take a bus on the park anytime after 6 p.m. any evening. Or matter of fact, after 8 p.m. when the boat service closes off and you got to go around the bridge. You take a bus there at after 8 p.m. on any evening. The fare up to, let me say, Windsor Forest is about $300 from the park to Windsor Forest. They charging people $500. And if you don't want to pay the $500, they leave you right there on the park. And I mean, oh gosh, not everybody got it. Not all the time they got it. Sometimes you have blasted cutting in on people food money. The little money they got for food. They're going to now take it and give you your crossing self. The taxi drivers are taking $1,000 to go from Stabrook to Hatfield Street, or from Stabrook to any place in Georgetown, not even Kitty. You don't even bounce in Lamaha. Any place in Georgetown. 1,000. Y'all out of order and lawless. And the sad part about it, people got things to do, so they end up traveling with you because of time and that kind of nonsense. And listen, the argument about the roads, foolishness, especially in the capital city. You hear me? Foolishness. Especially in the capital city. If you tell me about traffic congestion, I would agree. Too much traffic. But other than that, and even if it's traffic, 100%, 200%, $1,000, even if you sit down in the traffic for half an hour in one spot, oh, shucks, you're burning $200 gas. So you want $700 profit? We got to be realistic as Guyanese. We got to look out for each other. You understand me? You got to look out for each other. You can imagine the road taxi charging you $1,500 or $2,000 to go into South. And if you call a base, the same $2,000 carrying you till up Like we say, Eccles, Peters Hall side, up the East Bank. What's the difference between them two taxi? Now, they like to make the argument that one taxi walking with a base and one walking on the road. Oh gosh, y'all burning the same amount of gas. Y'all experiencing the same breaks from the government. Anyway, don't let this sidetrack me. We gotta look out for each other, people. We definitely need to do better. I ain't taking no calls today. The phone in next to me. I hear it ringing. I ain't even know where it is. I think it's outside. But you understand where I'm coming from? So the vendors, the public transportation operators, hire car drivers, come on, people. Come on. Come on. All the taxes that went on to the GRA. Gosh. Where's call them? The GRA fees, the increase in fees, all of them drop. All of them drop. So why are you still lashing people pot like that? Y'all got to do better. Y'all got to do better. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of persons would have seen this graphic here. Right? I'm pretty sure persons would have seen this graphic here. And again, it is so sad that these people don't take the time to ensure that they have the right figures when they presented things to people. You understand? So, first of all, let's address the misleading claims here. Now, I must highlight the glaring mathematical error. And anybody who is looking at this, if you got a phone, if you got a calculator, you pull it out now, you check it. Right? So the APNU claimed a 77% increase. They claimed a 77% increase. But when you look at it and you calculate the numbers on the screen there, anybody tell me what they get in the comments? Anybody? Anybody in the comments? Calculate the numbers that are on your screen for in green and yellow and put the amount that you get when you calculate this number in the comments there for me. Please. Anybody. I'm waiting on y'all. Patiently. They're crazy. These people are good, you know. And I wonder, like, what could you possibly be thinking? What could you possibly be thinking to embarrass yourself like this? Right? To embarrass yourself like this. But I think it comes to a point where they actually just don't care. They don't care. Right? So if you go pick up a calculator right now, you pick up a calculator right now, and based on what I am showing you on the screen, you add the numbers according to the APNU that they achieved in terms of salary increases. You don't get 77%. Right? I mean, how more ridiculous you could be? How more ridiculous you could be? Anybody adds this right, you don't get 77%. So what world are they living in? Who prepared this graphic? Did they think that nobody can actually sit down and add the numbers together to see if it's making sense? So when you add these numbers together, you get 61%. Right? So again, probably it may be a Manza who did this chart. Right? But I don't know where they got the information from. Now, if you fact check their 2015 claims using the budget estimates, the real increase was 6% and not 26%. Right? So anyway, now according to the budget estimates, the total employment cost for 2014 was 42.1 billion, which increased to 44.8 billion in 2015. This results in a year-over-year increase of approximately 6%, right? Not 26% as claimed in this graphic here. Now, adjusting the 2015 increase to 6%, plus 10% in 2015 increase to 6%, plus 10% in 2016, plus 9% in 2017, plus 7% in 2018, and 2019, they got 2019 that had 9% increase. This is equal to a 41% accumulative increase over 5 years. Now, let's do a comparative analysis. Critics like use the term. Let's do a comparative analysis with the current government, right? So from 2021 to 2023, the current government implemented significant salary adjustments across various sectors. The discipline service average increase 33.4%. Health sector average increase 69.5%. Teachers average increase 35.5%. So they even get more than the people who got go outside and shoot gun and save we. Right? Now the overall average increase across the categories is 46.1%. When you look at what the APNU do, 41% in 5 years against the People's Progressive Party civic government, overall average increase across categories, 46%. Now, additionally, across the board increases were granted of 21.5%. So the total accumulative increase for 2021 to 2023 is 46.1. Then you have to add on the across the board increases of 21.5%, which takes you to 67.6%. Y'all understand what I'm showing you? Y'all understand what I'm showing you? So they outright lie to you without fear, favor, affliction, or ill will. Well, definitely, this can't be in your best interest to lie to you so bold-facedly. And mind you, all the budgets are online, so all the analytical portions, you can go and check the information. Is this the party you want to lead this country? How can you take the country now from the management to the current administration and put it in the hands of people like this who will give you these kinds of numbers? So if they're giving you these numbers out of office, if they're providing you with this information outside of government, what are they going to do inside? What will they do inside? And that's what people need to remember. Once it's PNC, AFC, else low, idiocy, madness, lies, stuff that cannot be backed up with any facts or figures, or stuff that could be debunked with facts and figures. Right? So the corrected comparison, AP and UAFC between 2015 to 2019, 41% accumulative increase over 5 years. The current government from 2021 to 2023, 67.6% accumulated increase over 3 years. So the current government provided nearly 1.6 times the increase in a shorter period of time compared to the AP and UFC. Mind you, this is based off of the analysis of Joel Bagwedin. And if you have a chance, guys, go and read the article or read his statement where he goes into detail about the nonsense that these people just try to come and peddle to you. Or us as a people. Now, I must reiterate the importance of accurate data and transparency in presenting such critical information. And must highlight that this is one of the largest political parties in the country. They have not joined the game yesterday like ANOG or TCL or whoever these people be, these new parties. Could it be a case where they have been, or they choose to operate unscrupulous like this because it's, again, in their DNA? So I'm encouraging all the viewers here to take a look at the factual data and take some time to understand the real impacts of the government's, this PPPC government's policies and how they are impacting on the lives of Guyanese. Right? Compare budgets. Compare the PPP's forest-year budget with the APNU forest-year budget. Look for the vision. I can't tell you compare City Hall budget with nothing because you got nothing to compare it with. There's bear stripping all around. All around. Right? So I have to take some time and highlight this to persons. I had to take some time and highlight this to persons. This is completely inaccurate. Like most of the information coming out of the PNC and the AFC and the APNU, the WPA, People's Movement, Sherrod Duncan Party, Janice, whoever, all of them, a pack of worries. Pack of worries. A pack of worries. So you don't let them lie to you. You don't let them lie to you. PNC, stop lying to people. Y'all stop lying to people. Stop posting foolishness that you know people are going to embarrass you about. You stop it. Should be ashamed of yourselves. I shame of y'all. Anyway, guys, it's 9 o'clock. It's time to get out of here. Thank you for joining me on the program. Y'all continue to be great Guyanese. Take anything you hear from the PNC, the AFC, and APNU with a grain of salt. And check it. Y'all check it. These people who have time, they lie to your bare face. And trust me, them things is getting me vexed. Because it's like they feel we know better. They feel we know better. Up to now, I haven't heard anybody from the up.
It's either we can't
talk about that. I hear Amanza mention it. I hear Jarita mention it. I hear Annette mention it. Valdo, Philadelphia, not a soul. Y'all encouraging Kian Jabur? Let me know. Anyway, until tomorrow, as I always say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up country. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came